Good morning, students. And this unit is about heat. So we crossed various topics in this unit. And in last class, we finished our this unit, the characteristic of heat energy, how it is transferring. We studied, discussed the 3 points. So after that, here the topic 3.22. It's about other units of heat energy. So we know SI unit of heat energy is joule. That is general. So apart from that, we are using some common units for this heat energy. So what are the common units and how we can define that? That we will see now. First one is calorie. 1 calorie is defined as we having 1 gram of water. In that water already it having some normal temperature, that room temperature. So we are giving some external energy. Due to that external energy, the heat is increases from normal energy to extra 1 degree Celsius. That is called as calorie. So this happens in 1 gram of water. The same definition we are giving for 1 kilo water means 1 kilogram of water means that is called as kilocalories. Then 1 kilocalorie is defined as the amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram of water through 1 degree Celsius. This is called as kilocalorie. Next topic is effect of heat energy, and before that you mark these two 2 mark questions. Okay, it may be useful for your test preparation. Also you have to thorough whole book you have to thorough to get center marks. In that it will be help more. Next, effect of heat energy. So what effect the heat will give? So when we are giving more energy to any substance, what changes may acquire? So what are the possibilities and how it will be changed? That we'll see in following points. The first point, when we are giving the energy to the any substance means the temperature of the substance will rise. What happens at first? The temperature of the substance will be rise. This temperature rise is directly proportional to amount of heat energy given to the substance. So energy is the given heat energy is directly proportional to temperature. Then we can write the heat energy increases, temperature increases. The heat energy decreases, temperature also will be decreases. And also it can change the substance from one format to another one format, like solid can convert into liquid when we are giving more temperature, ice cube. Then even iron also can be converted into liquid format when we are applying the very strong and more heat energy. And also we can convert liquid into gas. That we can give more examples that we know very well. The substance, and third point is the substance will expand when we are heating. Any substance can easily expand when we apply the temperature. Why this expansion happening here? When we are giving the heat energy to any substance, in that substance the atoms will get affected, it started to vibrate. We are increasing the heat, increasing the vibration of atom. When we are increasing the maximum heat to maximum heat energy, the atom is vibrating in more vigorously. So when it is vibrating more vigorously, resultant that substance started to expanding. And here some expansions are discussed here. So what are the types of expansion and what formula we are using for that expansion? We are going to discuss about that. And first one is expansion in solids. As compared to solids, the liquid and gas will expand more than solid. So solid also will get affected due to the heat energy, but the gas and liquid will affect and will get more change as compared to the solids. And here how we can define expansion of solids? When solid is heated, the atoms gain energy, and what we discussed, the atoms are started to vibrate, that vibration will become more and more vibration. This vibration will give expansion of solid. And in that expansion there are three types. First is linear expansion. We are heating a body. After heating or cooled, the length of the body changes. This is called as linear expansion. So what is linear expansion? When we are heating or cooling the body, after heated or cooled, the body's length changing. This changing is called as linear or longitudinal expansion. So this one you can mark as a 2-mark question. From here to here, define longitudinal or linear expansion. Yes. So in this there are some explanation. The ratio of increase in length of the body per degree rise in temperature in its unit length. What is unit length? 1 meter. So we are increasing what ratio? What ratio it is increases? The length is increases. That is called as coefficient of linear expansion. So its SI unit is Kelvin power minus 1 or inverse Kelvin, and the value of coefficient of linear expansion is different for different materials. Here some explanation, and see the diagram figure 3.2. In the 3.2, the first length rod is at normal temperature. We are heating that, it is increases, the small length is increases. This is due to the expansion. This expansion happening in linear way. This linear way is called as length expansion, and there is a formula for this. The equation is relating to the length and change in temperature. We can define delta L divided by L naught equal to alpha L delta T. Delta L is nothing but change in length. So when we are heating, what change happens? So what is the, for example, the rod having the meter length 1 meter means after heating it is increases to 1.1 meter, means we can write the change in length can be taken as 1.1 minus 1, 0.1 meter. It is expanded, that will be taken as delta L, and L naught is original length before heating or cooling. What length the rod having, that is called as original length, and delta T is called as change in temperature. Alpha L is called as coefficient of linear expansion. Our next topic is superficial expansion. This superficial expansion is defined as if there is an increase in area of a solid when we are heating that. So we are heating that solid object. After heating the solid object, that area of the solid is increasing. This expansion is called a superficial or areal expansion, and here this is determined in the term of coefficient of superficial expansion, that can be defined as the ratio of increase in area on the body of the body per degree rise in temperature to its unit area. This ratio is called as coefficient of superficial expansion. Its unit is also K power minus 1. It can be explained with the formula delta A divided by A naught is equal to alpha A into delta T. And see this figure, say the object having the actual area, this area, we are heating that, it is expanded for a little bit, and how much it is expanded and what is the difference between previous and now, that will be taken as delta A, that is called as change in area, and A naught is called as original area, and delta T is change in temperature. So initial, that means room temperature versus final temperature. Alpha A is called as coefficient of superficial expansion. And next topic is cubical expansion. This cubical expansion is like a same definition. And what definition we given for linear and superficial, that same we can give for cubical expansion. This cubical expansion is nothing but when we are increasing the heat, that volume of the material or solid increases, means that is called as cubical expansion. And here this is also explained with the terms of coefficient of cubical expansion. That coefficient of cubical expansion is defined as the ratio of increase in volume of the body per unit temperature increases to the original volume of its unit value. This is called as coefficient of linear cubical expansion. It is measured with the unit of K power minus 1. In cubical expansion, we know which one is expanding. After heating, the solid volume is increases. This is called as cubical expansion, and here for that the figure 3.4 is given, and the equation we are using for this cubical expansion is delta V by V naught is equal to alpha V delta T. Delta V is called as change in volume, and V naught is called as original volume, and delta T is change in temperature. Alpha V is called as coefficient of cubical expansion, and different materials expansions are given here for cubical expansion are given here. Aluminum 7 into 10 to the power minus 5, K power minus 1, like that brass, glass, water, mercury values are given. Just you thorough this value. And next one is expansion in liquids and gases. Before that, we'll mark question answer for previous topics, and you can mark for cubical the full topic from if there is up to common material including this picture for 7 mark question, and in the 2 marks also there. Define cubical expansion means from here to here, and if they ask define coefficient of cubical expansion means you can define from here the ratio up to this, you can explain for this 2 mark question marked. Next for 7 mark question for previous one up to here, and this answer starts from the topic superficial expansion. In this also 2 marks are there. This is 7 mark and we are marking 2 marks up to here. Then the ratio, from the ratio up to k power minus 1 is for 2 mark question. Just you mark in your textbook. Have you marked, students? Yes. Next topic is expansion in liquids and gases. So how the liquid and gases expanding and how the temperature playing the role will be discussed here. So just now we finished the expansion in solids due to the temperature, that the atoms and molecules are vibrating. That vibration only is making the expansion. As comparing the solid, the liquid and gas will give more expansion for the same temperature. We discussed that, and here when we are increasing the temperature, the atoms will activated more and it will be forced apart like a solid, and here the expansion will be more, and this force is passing between the atoms, the expansion is more, and here how it is affecting and what are the expansion are done, and when it is increasing, all things are explained here. When increasing the temperature, heat energy, the temperature of the liquid and gases also increases, resultant it gives more expansion. Example we can say, after riding for long distance, the bike and car tire will get heated, so due to that the gas which is filled inside the tube also will get expanded due to the heat. First we'll see here, this expansion can be explained with the two expansion. One is real, next one is apparent. What is real expansion? We are heating the liquid without any container. We are not using any container. We are heating the liquid directly, and now the heat is absorbed. The temperature is raised after absorbing the heat energy. This is called as real expansion. And there is one more definition for real expansion. It will be termed with the coefficient of real expansion. It is nothing but the ratio of the true rise in volume of the liquid per degree rise in temperature to its unit volume, and its unit is k power minus 1. So you understood what is real expansion. We are heating the liquid without a container, without any help of container. This is called as real expansion. You can mark this for 2 mark question from here to here. Then for coefficient of real expansion up to here, these 2 mark questions. And next is apparent expansion. So we understood what is real expansion. Then what is apparent expansion? So generally, or we can say practically, without container we can't heat the liquid. Okay, and there is no possible for real expansion. So definitely we should use a container. So the liquid will be taken in a container. First we will heat the container, then the heat will be transferred to liquid. So when we are giving the energy to the, we want to give energy to liquid only, but unfortunately the heat first will be passed to the container. So one part of energy goes to the container, the rest will be passed to the liquid. So here we are considering the container taking, it is taken some energy, some heat energy, that is neglected here. So neglecting that heat energy, will calculate only the temperature of liquid. This is called as apparent expansion, and this is in the term we can explain coefficient of apparent expansion, the ratio of apparent rise in volume of the liquid per degree Celsius rise in temperature to its unit volume, and its formula, its unit is taken as k power minus 1. And one more 2 mark question from here to up to here. And what is called apparent expansion? We can mark the expression 2 of the liquid. And next question is coefficient of apparent expansion. You can write as a question, define coefficient of apparent expansion. And the next important and more easy topic, experiment of to measure real and apparent expansion of liquid. It is most important question. For that, diagram is given. Check the diagram. So you have your book along with you and refer along with your book. This figure 3.5 is given for explanation for this experiment. And see here, the container is given. This container is filled with the liquid, say water, and through this opening of this container, we have a small straw which is inserted, is immersed into the liquid. So inside the straw or the narrow tube, the water or liquid level is increases. Normally, we know this is called as capillarity, and we are marking that level as L1. Understood? So container is filled with the liquid or water, and we are inserting the narrow tube, say straw. Inside the narrow tube, the liquid level is increases as compared to the liquid which is in that flask. The level will be taken as what? L1. Good. And what we are doing next step? The next step, we are heating this container. What we are doing? We are heating this container, and now just imagine the initial level of the liquid in that narrow tube is we are taken as L1. And what about the new level now after heating that? It will be rise or down? It is down. So the L2, we are marking the new level is L2. It comes down as compared to the previous position in that straw or narrow tube. Why it is coming down? That is because of the expansion. When we are heating that flask expanded. Due to that, the liquids are moving down. The level in the narrow tube is also lowering. This level is taken as L2. Again, continuously we are heating. Now the expansion happens in the liquid. Due to the expansion, the liquid level will be increases up to L3, and the difference between L3 and L2 is called as real expansion, and the difference between L3 and L1 is called as apparent expansion. So L3 and L2 is called as real expansion, L3 and L1 is called as apparent. So what is L1? Initial level. L2 is after heating. Next level. L3 is at last. Again we are heating. Final is taken as L3. So comparing L1, L2, L and L2 versus L3, we are writing the formula as real and apparent. Real is L3 minus L2, apparent is L3 minus L1. This is easy topic and more important topic. You mark this answer from here, the full topic with the picture. Okay, and you can mark this answer as 7-mark question. You thorough this. After thoroughing this, you can write this answer without seeing in your homework notebook, then send that photocopy to me as a personal message. Okay, I hope you understood all the topics which is taken today. Hope you all enjoyed today's class. So if any doubt, you can ask me. You can message me separately, and the rest of the topics will be discussed in next class. Thank you, students.